So today I'm rolling out flatbreads. I'm using this container to keep the dough from drying out. I have my 3-ounce ball portions that you saw me rolling earlier in here. What I'm going to do is use I've got a little AP flour, all-purpose, just a little bit. If you use too much, it will slide around. If you don't use enough, it will stick and fold on itself, and then it won't rise correctly in the oven. So what I do is I press it out a little bit, get some more flour on the other side, just a bit that it can sort of move around, but not a ton, or it'll just slide and not roll. I like to give it a little stretch, help work it, and then roll it out. I usually prefer to make them long instead of round. Round is for pitas, and round is frankly more difficult. But it does look nice. So you can see that it was kind of sticking in some places and wanted to fold on itself. It means it's a little tacky. And then some parts were sliding. What I'm really looking for is a nice, thin, even rollout without any folds. Folds will reduce the bubbles and it won't work. Always make sure to get the edges too. The edges will get air bubbles in them. The edges won't cook as well if they're thick, especially with a tapered French pin like this. Really got to make sure to tilt it and get the edges nice and flat too. It's looking pretty good. Just waiting on some space in the oven. That's what happens when it gets a little tucked inside. You get a not perfect puff, or the edge wasn't rolled out thin enough. Still looks good. It will still taste good too. Grab the dough carefully. Lay it nice and flat on there. And in for 2 minutes.